This is at least I don't know how many takes of this video I've done. I just haven't been able to get all of my ideas together, so sorry if this sounds a bit confusing. But basically, we need to have a talk about the future of my production schedule. Yeah, the one I mentioned at the beginning of my Bedwars commentary video. Luckily, I do have a solution for this that I think is it's gonna take a bit of time out of my day to work on it, but I think it's definitely manageable. And the best part is it should be able to crank out videos a bit more often. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about what it is, why I'm not going to be following it anymore. Yeah, that's the big thing. I'm not following my schedule anymore. I'm going to be a bit more inconsistent with uploads. Yeah, guys, it's Kyiv mapping, right? Of course, it's going to be Kyiv mapping. And I'm also going to be discussing some of the changes that will be happening with this channel. I'm pretty tired at the moment, and I just want to get this out here, so I'm going to do that. So at the beginning of the commentary video, I said, or not at the beginning, more at the end, I said that I had a special production schedule that hopefully was going to solve all my issues in terms of mapping and like all burnout and just not working on stuff, and I had it all figured out. So basically the gist of it was I was going to have sort of a rotating schedule where I was constantly working on all three series, whether it be through slides, scripting, or editing, and I would just constantly, basically, I would basically constantly rotate it around those every week, and that would sort of allow me to publish mapping videos every week, even if those videos actually took 3 weeks to make, since I have 3 series: Oceania, Canada, and Caribbean, and that's how the whole thing sort of came to be. That's how this whole idea sort of started. And it's not to say that like it was a complete failure. Like, I got 5 fucking mapping videos out, dude. You guys have waited like so long for like any sort of content, and then this summer 5 mapping videos dropped. 2 of them for a series that I said I was canceling. One of them for like a mapping series I haven't followed up on in like 3 years. So I've been pretty happy with the result of the schedule. But personally, I feel like going into the school year, it's not going to necessarily work out and pan out. One of the biggest issues with the schedule was the overall like time put into it. I promised myself I wasn't going to put too much like of my day into these videos, even though I put in more than I wanted to put in per day. So that was a major issue, and of course I can't keep doing that with other things coming up. Overall, every time I tried to get into the swing of things, it just didn't quite work out, and it all culminated with Caribbean Part 4, which is a massive video, by the way. So that completely destroyed the production schedule, and that's sort of when I decided that, yeah, no, this whole thing isn't going to really pan out. So, if you're saying what you're saying, Mr. Kyiv Mapping, then what is your plan going forward? Well, personally, I've decided that working on 3 mapping series all at once, focusing primarily on 3 series, is kind of difficult. No, it is very difficult. It's hard to split your creative process among 3 separate projects. So here's the kicker. I'm going to like boot one of these series out, and an even bigger kicker, judging on the community polls, you guys already know which one it is. I'm so sorry to the people who had to wait 3 years for Caribbean Part 3, but you're gonna have to wait a little longer than a month for this next part. But I'm telling you, it'd probably be worth it. It's a very content-packed episode, Part 4, which, let's get into that. Let's talk about like how I'm gonna do my series in that. So, as I mentioned already, the 2 primary series I'll be focusing on from now on will be Alternate Future of Oceania and Alternate Future of Canada. You guys both tend to really like these series, especially after part 7. I think you guys really liked how that turned out, apparently, that, or it's just the algorithm. Uh, but yeah, you guys are really hyped up for part 8, apparently. According to the poll, at least, you guys are hyped up for part 8. And part 8 will be coming out a bit quicker now because of this schedule change. Alternate Future of Central America plus the Caribbean. That's always a mouthful to say. Why do I keep saying it like that? I'm so mean to myself, dude. That series won't necessarily be suspended indefinitely, but the release date will be extended indefinitely. So it can come out at any point. Like, realistically, it's not going to take like another year to come out with the next part. It's more than likely I'm going to be working on it like in the background whenever I have time, and then once it comes out, once it's ready, it will come out. And now that we've clarified what I'm doing with my main free series, 2 topics are left. Alright, so the first thing to address is basically the in-between videos I've been making, in-between mapping videos. They're technically mapping, so by all definition, my schedule technically worked perfectly. I got a mapping video out every week for this summer, but I don't have an infinite, like, top hat of ideas. I can't just pull them out of my ass while I'm currently working on mapping. So is the weekly mapping proof releases for Kyiv mapping done? No siree. I got a little... I'm not going to talk about it too much now. I probably will get it all figured out by Friday, but I have a little gift for you guys. That's a little emphasis on the you. That's a little hint. I have a little gift that I'm going to start producing something in the off time in between episodes just to keep the channel alive, you know. Like, the weekly releases have gone well and I want to keep that up. But keep in mind this series, or oh no, I just mentioned that it was a series. Oh boy. So these series of videos, they won't be nearly at the same quality of, or the same kinds of videos as Oceania and Canada. There's not going to be really, like, much of a plot to them. You'll see exactly what kind of videos they are once I release the trailer for this whole thing. And second, but most important, you guys have been asking, where is Viewer Wars Part 5? Now, realistically, with this schedule going around, I didn't have time to work on it. I was supposed to afford myself time to work on it, never came true. But I can tell you right now that if I'm feeling like it, and I'm pretty sure I can, at this point in production, I can probably get it done. I can probably get Viewer Wars Part 5. This is at least a 60% chance. I can probably get it maybe by around October. Well, actually, no. I'm lying when I say that. I can get the first part of Viewer Wars Part 5 in October. You'll understand when I release a trailer for it that will be coming eventually, okay? Leave me alone. It's like 1:20 in the morning. I need to go to bed. See ya.